56 degrees. It is not painting weather today. All right, so let's talk about soil conditions for planting corn. The way you do that, you just go to your soil and you grab a little bit of soil, and it is not planting weather. And we don't have one seed in the ground. All right, guys, welcome to another edition of the PA Farms Daily Weather Report. As you can see, we had rain last night, probably another inch. That puts us at a total of 20 inches of precipitation since January. If you follow the trend lines and follow the graph as far as the 10-year average, we are in mid-July right now as far as our rainfall, where we usually are. So, oh, and look, it's raining again. Last night it rained so much, and this morning I actually didn't hear it anymore. I thought maybe it stopped, and then I realized I just got used to hearing it rain. So it's rain, and forecast for tomorrow, well, you guessed it, rain. Monday there's a 20% chance of rain. Tuesday there's a 70% chance of rain. But the hay is looking good. All right, guys, I'm starting to lose it here with all the cloudy days that we had this year so far. As you can see, I have painted one loader frame and loader arms. I did that yesterday. I didn't think I was going to, and it was kind of getting late in the day, and I don't see any runs. So even though it was cooling off, the paint did not run. It is dry. There's no... So the first coat's on. We definitely need a second coat. You can kind of see, maybe you can't. It is a little bit thin here or there. But we're not painting today. It's like 53 degrees, 54 degrees. It's actually warmer in the shed today than it is outside. I think the thermometer up at the house at 51, and the one in here says 56. So it is not painting weather, and it's just gonna have to sit. So let's look at this hood. Everything looks good. I don't see any runs. That's the main thing. I don't see any bubbles or anything that would concern me, and I think we're going to leave it right like that. Okay, so I did say I was going to try some of this Rust-Oleum clear enamel. So I don't know if it's supposed to be glossy. Oh, and this pollen is... Look at what I just did. Yeah. It wipes off. I'll have to clean it off. Anyway, this crystal clear enamel, this one was sprayed with the enamel, this one wasn't, and side-by-side comparison, I see absolutely no difference. So I don't know if this is supposed to be, it says for a protective glossy finish. The paint is naturally glossy. It does have a glossy tint to it, and this really didn't add anything to the gloss. As far as the protectant, I don't know. I don't want to mess around with it, but I don't think it's going to be a step that's worthwhile for me. So let's do a reveal here on this hood. And you know what? Let me turn the hood, because the other side I was painting kind of in the dark. Let's see how it turned out. All right, we rotated our hood all the way around. I'm just looking to see how I did. Like I say, this side was facing the inside of the shed. It was a little dark, and you know... yeah, we got a couple thin spots, so I guess I'm not going to pull the tape off and reveal to see what we got underneath today. Thought I could. I thought it'd be a nice reveal today to show what it's going to look like, but some of those thinner spots I want to touch up when it warms up again. So this hood is still not finished. All right, so we're now up on, just about up on the hill here, and the corn ground that I had sprayed is looking like it's starting to get some more green spots, and that's understandable. And we are spinning out here on the hill. We're spinning, and yeah, we didn't need four-wheel drive. Maybe we do. Yeah, we do. Can't go anywhere. It's steeper than it looks like it is on camera. We're going uphill, pretty hard hill here. So anyway, in all seriousness, let's look at this hay and see what it looks like. And some guys were wondering about cost for the liquid nitrogen versus the granulated stuff. Let me just find a good spot to park here that isn't too hilly. Here it kind of levels off. There's like a shelf here in the driveway, and then we go up some more. This should be a good spot. I'll just let the truck run, brakes on. All right, so I can't do the math for you guys right here, but I'll give you the tools or the information that you might need to figure it out, work it out on a calculator or however you want to do it. I don't know the price of granular. I didn't price any of it. You can see right here, maybe, where I stayed away from the edge here with the sprayer. I didn't want to fertilize out here because I don't make this hay and it's a pain that it grows up, so I stayed in the field. But this orchard grass and everything else that's in here looks pretty good. It's not quite as tall yet. You can see there's heads on everything. I don't see any weeds poking up. My herbicide program last year, basically, I put it on in October, quart to the acre of 2,4-D. Let's look over here. This field's a little bit thinner. It's hard to tell on camera the height of the grass. Came in pretty good. There's some bald spots in there, but what are you gonna do? So this hay looks pretty good. Can't make any hay yet. We don't have hay making weather. It's too cold. It's way too cold, and it's gonna be too cold for a little while. Last year, I think it was June 7th, 8th that I had started first cutting, and we might be there, same deal this year. So anyway, cost. The liquid nitrogen that I got, the liquid form, delivered was $225 a ton. So $225 a ton, it's about 11 pounds per gallon to help you figure out how many gallons are in a ton. And I put 20 gallon to the acre of the hay fields. So if anybody wants to try to figure that out, figure out basically what your costs are going to be. Like I say, for the guys that use dry, I don't know. I really don't know what the price is or how you guys do it. This is how I do it now. I was only gonna at first maybe put 10 gallon to the acre, and I decided against it. I was gonna split apply it. I was gonna put 10 down for first cutting, 10 down for second cutting. That way it was staggered a little bit. Just because it seemed it might do a little bit better. But then I got thinking, and usually when first cutting's off and we're starting to get into the summer, we slow down on our rainfall, and I don't want to put the stuff on and not get any rain. It's just going to burn everything. So I don't know. Either way, I still will have some left over if I want to come back. If the forecast looks good, maybe I can put 10 on again. So looking at the burn down here for the corn, we got weeds coming back. So I don't know. It's going to be a little weedy, but with 20 inches of rain, what can you do? It only goes so far, and take the brake off. It's only going to last so long. Yeah, and there we got some too. I don't know. Every year I lose the battle with the weeds, and no matter how hard I try, we just get drenched with rain. You see how foggy it is. We got some more rain. And I don't want to be somebody that's overly complaining about the rain. We need rain. So yeah, $225 a ton, 11 pounds per gallon, 20 gallon to the acre. If that helps somebody figure it out. I never took the time to figure it out, because for me, I'm not really set up for dry fertilizer. I don't have a spreader. I have a little bit too much that bags aren't going to be economical for me. Bags are just going to be a huge expense for the... it's not a lot of ground, but it's enough ground that bags are not going to be efficient for me. I'd have to do it in bulk, and getting it in bulk, you almost need the equipment to handle it in bulk, and we're not there. So just get to the end of that green spot there. Has been driving me nuts every time I want to go to spray it. And there's some more. I'm gonna have to really do some touch-up work. Along here was where the weeds were so bad, and you can see the kill. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about how spring is going. Like I say, I'm not afraid to plant corn late. I really like I don't mind if it's late, I really don't. Sometimes the later the better, depending on how our summer is. So, alright guys, I think that today's video is long enough. I hope I answered some questions for people. Hay looks good out at this end. It has some growing to do yet. It's not, we're not there yet. It's usually knee high or more till I start cutting. We're not quite that high. Knee high to somebody who's over 6 feet like myself. But we have to have the weather. It has to be warm. It cannot be in this high 60s making hay for feed quality hay. It just doesn't seem to work out. You almost need a whole nother day to dry. So, all right, let's see what else we get into today. So, that's where we're at. So there's still not enough light. If it was a little brighter in here, I might start sanding down this side. I still might get some of these rough spots sanded down, get these letters taped off like I did on the other side. But it's kind of dark, and I don't really like working in the dark. So that's where we are there. I was looking at some lights for the shop here again. Like I said, I can get electric here. There is electric at the milk house. If I was going to put electric in here, and I'm sure everybody's tired of me talking about this because I keep bringing it up and I don't do anything about it. Well, we may get there. This building, I said it before, is 120 feet from those hay wagons to the end of the door here. I'd have to run an electric line all the way. And because I don't trust the electric in the milk house, I would carry it all the way to the panel box, which is on the opposite side of the barn, another 90 feet, so 120 plus 90. It's a pretty long run for electric wire. I probably would get a 1,000-foot spool of 12-2, just so I have enough, and that's about $300, give or take. So we'd run our electric through there. I did find some nice LED shop lights on Amazon that you can link together. They come with 5-foot cords to link them together. They had a 16 pack for about $400, which I didn't think was bad for 16 LED shop lights that are only use 40 watts, and I think they're 5,000 on the brightness, whatever that is. So it really brightened it up in here. But till I get all the switches, the plugs, the hardware, I'm probably going to have about $1,000 into it, and if I do install it, I don't want it to be very permanent in case I'd ever have to leave, being that I'm a tenant, and I don't really like, wouldn't want to leave all my $400 worth of shop lights here for the next guy. It's not that I'm a nice guy or not a nice guy or anything, but it is what it is. So yeah, we're on hold here with painting. We are just gonna have to wait, and we can't plant any corn or beans, so we're just gonna have to wait. The guys that do my planting are ready. They were ready to come out to my neighbors, but he's in the same boat that I'm in, so we can't do anything. So let's oh, you know what,